Boom Crash Opera, These Here Are Crazy Times album review. Now, I don't have the album on me at the moment. It's out in the other room, the back room. Just can't show you the actual cover, but I will put on the thumbnail. You should have seen it on the thumbnail. Now, I first obtained it on cassette, and I've got a confession to make. I actually stole the cassette. This was when I was quite young and in my teenage years, 30 odd years ago. And I let the cassette go years ago, but I've bought the album since then on CD a number of times. I used to pinch a bit when I was younger. I wasn't exactly the best of examples, was I? But I did listen to that cassette for years. I'll listen to the album on CD since then for many years as well. And while Fabulous Beast was generally an up-to-pass follow-up, the Gizmo Mantra album was a bit of a disappointment, and Born, I think, quite frankly, when it comes right down to it, Born commentary on that is better off left unsaid. It was a bit of a disaster experimental album, really, quite frankly. But These Here Are Crazy Times is really their swan song, in a sense. I'm not sure if that's the right word, their moment of glory. It was quite a good selling album. It charted for a while. And it didn't have any massive number ones on it. But it had songs, the singles generally did mostly okay. And when it came to, I think, the fourth single, when Dancing in the Storm was released, it resurgitated. The album had a resurge. They got going again. So it was a bit of a hit, was Dancing in the Storm. Wasn't a number one, but it was a bit of a hit. So we have Onion Skin and Dancing in the Storm. And Onion Skin's the first single. Oh, Onion Skin, never get to my heart at all. And we have Dale Ryder on vocals and Richard Pleasance on guitars, and I think Peter Farnan on guitars. And was the others, and they sort of write. The album has honest enough lyrics, and it has it's like most pop bands and most solo singers. It's social commentary, for want of a better word. You know, usual stuff which singers, songwriters, and bands write about. It's social commentary, and the kind of issues for an average sort of Aussie Australian sort of thing. I think they're a Melbourne band, at Boom Crash Opera. So Onion Skin's sort of detailing how we've got layers in life, and it's very hard to get to the real person who lies beneath, in a sense, I think. Something like that. Forever is interesting, Forever, the sort of the longing for eternal life, perhaps, in some ways, and piece of a pie, we can all have a piece of a pie if you want in the sky, We can all drink from the fountain of youth, it's the ultimate truth, no lie. Sort of that piece of eternal life in heaven, your share of the glory. So it softly touches on religious themes, just softly. Get Out of a House, which was the second single, sort of don't stay stuck in a rut. Axe to Grind, one of the songs on the second side of the album. Tear those old chains apart, so sort of get a new life going. So, as you can see, they're regular enough social commentary songs on These Here Are Crazy Times. It's just regular sort of viewpoints on life, and quite a regular normal album. Now, musically, it's strong pop, and the songs are constructed quite well. I think These Here Are Crazy Times is possibly, of all those 80s rockers in the standard rock sort of scene, not talking about AC/DC terribly much, but like In Excess and Hoodoo Gurus and Crowded House, I guess, and Cold Chisel and all those sorts of bands, and Dragon and so forth. I haven't heard all the albums yet, but quite frankly, I'm not sure if I need to, because looking at the singles released, I've heard quite a lot of the 80s singles from those sorts of bands. I'm not sure if the albums will be good enough to merit it. Whereas These Here Crazy Times probably comes out on top as what I would think is probably the best of the lot. I've heard Kick a reasonable amount by INXS, and that's really big 80s album, but I think These Here Crazy Times is a better quality effort. Not as popular, but still popular enough. But it's rock music, rock and roll music, and it's quite thoughtful, very intelligent lyrics, and it's well constructed, and it's really good to listen to. It's a good enough album, and it's got happy moments in it. And it's a little bit crazy, like the times were back then. Sort of people were a little bit young and free and wild, I think, back in the 80s of that time, and I know I was. Great album, get it.